Really not going to answer that question, so let me get on to,
Would you like to?
I do have
I'd love to
questions for
respond.
the second round.
You'll have a second round. Would you like to speak before I call on Senator Cruz?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Bondi, welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
your long career in public service, and thank you for your willingness to take on this incredibly important office. You know, I have to say, I don't know that there is a more important position in this new administration than the position to which you have been nominated.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Congress Every Day. Today, we're diving into a heated Senate hearing showdown where Senator Ted Cruz fiercely defended Pam Bondi, President Trump's former legal advisor, as she faced tough questions from Judiciary Democrats. We've got a lot to unpack, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our latest content. Let's get right into it. Senator Cruz,
Attorney General of the United States. I thought the exchange just a moment ago with Senator Hirono was illustrative. She asked you how you would respond if the president asked you to target his political enemies. It's rather striking because it's not a hypothetical. It has happened over the last 4 years. And I think perhaps the most tragic legacy of the Biden-Harris administration has been the politicization and the weaponization of the United States Department of Justice. And we don't need to ask hypothetically because Joe Biden publicly mused and allowed the New York Times to report it, calling on Merrick Garland, why will he not prosecute Trump more quickly? And
Cruz kicked things off by expressing his appreciation for Pam Bondi's long-standing public service career and her willingness to accept the nomination for Attorney General of the United States. He called this position crucial, particularly in a time when the integrity of the DOJ is under intense scrutiny. Cruz didn't hold back in his praise for Bondi, highlighting her experience and the weight of the role she's being nominated for, and right off the bat, Cruz drew attention to the politicization of the Department of Justice under the current administration. But let's get into that next. Cruz went straight for the jugular, criticizing the Biden administration.
Merrick Garland, sadly, he sat in that chair and promised to be apolitical, and he broke that promise almost the instant he walked into the Department of Justice. If you look on the west pediment of the Supreme Court of the United States, just above the entrance, there's a simple yet profound four-word phrase, equal justice under law. We have seen over the last 4 years a Department of Justice that systematically targeted the political opponents of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and that systematically protected his friends and allies. And it is tragic to see the loss of confidence in the American people, in the Department of Justice, and in the FBI. I would note, I don't think there's an institution in America
administration for what he called the weaponization of the DOJ. He argued that the DOJ has become biased and politically motivated, targeting Biden's opponents and protecting his allies. The loss of public trust in the FBI was something he specifically called out as one of the biggest tragedies of the last few years. Pretty strong words there. And Cruz didn't stop. He pointed out that the DOJ has gone from a neutral body to something that's become deeply divided along political lines. It's a powerful critique, especially when he talked about the erosion of trust in institutions like the FBI. Then, Cruz shifted gears and asked Bondi a critical question. Would she, if confirmed as Attorney General, pledge to uphold the law fairly, regardless?
who has lost more respect from the American people than the FBI has in the last 4 years. That is a grotesque violation of the obligation of the Department of Justice and the FBI. So I want to start with just a very simple question. If you are confirmed as Attorney General, will you pledge to fairly and faithfully uphold the law regardless of party?
So help me God.
Amen. Look, and I want to be clear for folks at home. I don't want a Republican Department of Justice. I don't want a Democrat Department of Justice. I want a Department of Justice that follows the damn law.
Regardless of political party. Bondi's response was key here. She said, yes. emphasizing her commitment to a nonpartisan approach to justice. It's a crucial moment in the hearing. Cruz was asking for a commitment to fairness, and Bondi made it clear that she's committed to ensuring that the Department of Justice follows the law impartially. That's exactly the kind of leadership many people are hoping for, regardless of political affiliation. Bondi made it clear that she didn't represent Trump in his personal business or criminal trials. Instead, she worked as a White House special advisor during Trump's first impeachment. That's an important distinction because it clears up any confusion about her role. She wasn't his personal attorney, she was working in an official government capacity. Next, Cruz turned the conversation toward the multiple legal challenges Trump has faced, arguing that these prosecutions are a political attack aimed at undermining Trump's potential 2024 re-election bid. He emphasized that these efforts aren't just about Trump, they're about suppressing the will of the American people. Senator Cruz certainly didn't hold back during this exchange, and Pam Bondi's responses were just as strong. With so much on the line, her confirmation could shape the future of the Department of Justice. What do you think about the questions raised, and Bondi's commitment to fairness? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on political hearings like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.